With your hands behind your back, bend your knees a bit, then straighten them as you lean forward and slightly to the left. Bend your knees again as you lean back in, then straighten your legs and lean forward and slightly to the right. Do these two moves 2 more times, or 4 times total. Now bring your left arm forward, your right arm back, and your right foot up. Switch so that your right arm is forward, your left arm is back, and your left foot is up. Bend your elbows, bringing your hands in front of your chest, then spin your hands outward twice as you step on your right foot, then left foot. With your left hand behind your back, step in place on your right foot as you wave your right hand out to the right, then step in place on your left foot as you bend your right elbow so that your hand is near your head. Step in place on your right foot again as you spin your hand in a clockwise circle, then move your hand back out to the right as you step over to the left with your left foot. Step back in with your left foot, then repeat these moves in the opposite direction, but continue to use your right arm for the arm movements. Repeat all of these moves 3 more times. When you bring your hand up to the left for the last time, hold your pose for a moment. Swing your right arm in a counterclockwise circle before bringing your right hand in front of your right shoulder as you turn slightly to the right. Brush your left shoulder off twice with your right hand as you turn your right heel toward the camera twice. Turn so that you are facing slightly to the left as you bring your right hand up to rest on your right shoulder, then turn so that you are facing slightly to the right again as you bring your left hand up to rest on your left shoulder. Turn slightly to the left again and move your left hand over to your right shoulder and your right hand over to your left shoulder, then move them back. Twirl your hands up, bringing your right hand higher than your left hand as you step behind your right foot with your left foot. Turn to the left until you are facing the camera again, then straighten both arms and kick out with your left foot for a moment before bending your elbows again and bringing your foot back in. Step forward and to the left with your left foot, toes pointing up, as you bring your left hand up to your forehead. Bring your foot back in and lower your hand, then bounce in place twice before repeating these moves on the right. Step forward on your right foot and bring your left knee up as you bend your elbows, bringing your left arm in front of you and your right arm behind you. Bring your left foot and both arms back down, then step back on your right foot and bring your left knee up again as you bend your elbows, bringing your right arm in front of you and your left arm behind you. Bring your left foot and arms back down, then step over to the left with your right foot. Bring your left knee up again and move your arms as before with your left arm going in front of you. Bring your left foot and arms back down again, then step over to the right with your right foot and bring your left knee and arms up again with your right arm going in front of you. Bring your left foot back down. With your left fist on your hip, twirl your right hand in once, then point up and to the right as you step over to the right with your right foot. Twirl your right hand and point up and to the right again as you step further to the right with your right foot and slide your left foot over to meet it. Bring your right fist down to your hip and hop slightly, turning your toes to the left. Now turn your toes to the right and then left, then clap once. Repeat all of these moves in the opposite direction. Step over to the left with your left foot as you move your hands down and back. Bring your right foot over to meet your left foot, then quickly step in place on your left foot as you move your hands back in front of you. Repeat these moves in the opposite direction, but turn so that you are facing the right. Repeat these steps again, moving toward the camera. Repeat these steps again, moving away from the camera and to your right. Keeping your back to the camera, repeat these steps over to the left, then to the right. Plant your left foot as you fold one hand over the other, palms facing down, and move your arms to the left. Step in place on your right foot as you move your arms to the right. Jump up, crossing your right foot over your left foot and extending your arms out to either side. Spin to the left, bringing your right foot off the ground and turning your hands so that your left palm is facing the camera and your right palm is facing away from the camera. Bring your right foot back down to meet your left foot and move your hands together until your thumbs meet. Keeping your thumbs together, switch the positions of your hands, then switch them back. Move your hands over to the left and switch their positions again as you step over to the left. Turn your hands 3 times as you move them down into the right. Slide your left foot over to meet your right foot as you bring your hands in front of you and make a heart. Move your hands out as you bring your left foot up, then move your hands back in as you step back down with your left foot. Move your hands out again as you bring your right foot up, then step out to the right as you bring your hands back in. Move your hands out and in as you bring your right foot up, then cross it over your left foot. Move your hands out and in as you bring your left foot over to the left. Move your hands again as you cross your left foot over your right foot, then step out to the right with your right foot. Spin your arms outward as you cross your right foot over your left foot, then spin them out and down to your sides as you move your left foot out to the left. Bring your left foot back in, put your right hand behind your back, and turn your right knee to the left as you touch your right shoulder with your left hand and look to the left. Now turn your left knee to the right as you touch your left shoulder with your left hand and look at the camera. Turn your right knee again as you look to the left and move your left hand up. Look back at the camera as you turn your left knee and move your left hand down to your left shoulder. Put your left hand behind your back, bend your right knee, and look to the left as you touch your left shoulder with your right hand. Bend your left knee, look at the camera, and touch your right shoulder with your right hand, then bend your right knee as you look to the left and bring your right hand up. Bend your left knee and look at the camera as you bring your right hand back down to your right shoulder. Swing your right arm in a counterclockwise circle, then turn to the right and bend your left knee, bringing your left arm up horizontally in front of your chest as you rest your right elbow on your left fist. Bend your right knee as you point upward with your right hand, then bend your left knee as you point downward. Turn to face the camera and step out to the left with your left foot as you swing your right arm from right to left. Bring your right arm horizontally in front of you as you bring your left foot back in. Jump up, bringing your feet apart as you swing your left arm up, then bring your feet back together as you bend your left elbow, bringing it near your right fist. Step forward and to the right as you extend your right arm down and to the right and your left arm up and to the left. Bring your right foot back in and fold one arm over the other. Hop to the right and angle your right elbow up, then hop to the left and angle your left elbow up. Plant your right foot and point up and to the right with your right hand and straight out to the right with your left hand. Now point straight out to the left with your left hand and down and to the left with your right hand. With the index finger of your right hand extended, tap your left shoulder with your right hand twice. Swing your hips and your right hand to the right, and left. Step over to the left with your right foot as you bring your arms up, elbows bent, and palms facing up. Cross your left foot over your right foot and fold one arm over the other. Keeping your left arm there, bring your right fist up to your cheek as you step over to the right with your right foot. Bring your left foot over to meet your right foot as you hit the palm of your left hand with your right fist. Put your hands behind your back and step over to the left with your left foot, then bring your right foot over to meet it. Step over to the right with your right foot, then bring your left foot over to meet it. Step over to the left in this manner again, but shake the index finger of your left hand out to the left twice. Put your left hand back behind your back, then step over to the right and shake the index finger of your right hand twice. Step over to the left with your left foot as you look to the right and touch your left shoulder with your right hand and your right hip with your left hand. Look at the camera as you bring your left foot back in and move your right hand to your right shoulder and your left hand to your left hip. Step back with your right foot as you move your right hand down to your right hip and your left hand up to your left shoulder. Then bring your right foot back up and return your hands to their previous positions. Step out to the left with your left foot as you extend your arms and turn them counterclockwise. Bring your left foot back in, then move your right hand, which should be near your right shoulder, out and down. Hop to the left as you bend your elbows, bringing your right arm up and your left arm down. Then hop to the right and switch the positions of your arms. Then hop back to the left and switch your arms back. Clap twice, then hop to the right, left, and right while doing the previous arm movements again. Repeat Part 1. Repeat sections 1, 2, and 3 of Part 2. With your hands behind your back, step over to the left with your left foot, then bring your right foot over to meet it. Step over to the right with your right foot and bring your left foot over to meet it as you rub the side of your head with your left hand. Put your hands behind your back again, then step back over to the left, then the right. Repeat the last 4 counts of Section 4 of Part 2. Hop once. Kick back into the side with your left foot and touch your heel with your left hand, then bring your left foot down and repeat this move on the right. Bring your right foot back and in and touch your heel with your left hand, then do the same with your left foot and right hand. Step toward the camera on your right then left heel before bringing your right foot then left foot back in. Turn your toes and knees in as you bring your hands in front of you. Turn your toes and knees out as you move your hands out to either side of you and face slightly to the left. Repeat this to the right. Repeat the first 3 counts of this section, then repeat the previously described foot and knee movements, but this time cross your arms as you look to the left then right. Repeat everything again, but for the last part, bring your left arm horizontally in front of you and rest your right elbow on your left fist and your right fist on your cheek as you look to the left then right. Finally, after repeating the steps once more, bring your right arm straight up and your left arm straight out to the left as you look to the left. Then bring your left arm straight up and your right arm straight out to the right as you look to the right. Remember to jump up and spread your arms and legs out when you begin to repeat the next part. Repeat Part 2. Repeat sections 1, 2, and 3 of Part 2. Repeat section 2 of Part 3. End by jumping up and bringing your feet apart as you turn to the left until your back is facing the camera, then bring both arms up until they are straight out to either side.